here I am again. I'm such a loser. But I don't care, you see, and that's what makes it so avant-garde. So it's scarf season again. The fall. It's sunny in California, but I'm cold all the time. Okay, so I was at this mock jury thing today, like I was saying in video 1. And at lunch, some of the other jurors were asking me, they're like, are you cold? Because I had, like, scarf on. It was freezing because it was in a hotel, and it was just so cold. And I'm like, yeah, I'm really cold. They're like, you must be anemic. You're like, I mean, I already went into stories about these jurors and how they were very quick to try to determine where this body was, and they were just really, God, I don't want to be, I'm so, I don't think I could be around these people every day. And I'm like, well, maybe I am anemic. I mean, I might be, because I tried to donate blood a few times, and the blood drop, like, was not heavy enough. And that's happened at least 2 or 3 times. Sad. But anyway, so, yeah, and I was like, oh, I just did this master cleanse. What's the point of this story? Am I just blabbing? Okay, well, I don't know. God. Okay, so basically I was telling about the master cleanse, and, anyway, they're all interested in the master cleanse. Oh, yeah. Should I start a new one? No. Okay. I know what I wanted to do on this video blog. My friend Wes, his wife, Jessica, keeps a knitting blog. And I actually check that more than news sites or MySpace. Like, I love watching her, or reading about her talking about knitting. And she did a podcast where she talked about how she learned to knit. And I just thought that was really interesting, and I thought, well, maybe I should do something similar, because I think how people come across knitting is so much fun. I'm so tired right now. Okay, it's because I'm anemic. Anyway, people in other countries are laughing at me right now. Some poor schlub has actually downloaded this and is watching this. Anyway, so I learned to knit when I was in San Francisco in elementary school. And I went to a little elementary school called Alamo in the Richmond district. And there was this older lady who came by and started this knitting club. And I just remember joining it. And basically once a week at lunchtime, everyone was just working on scarves. And for some reason my scarf was like really wide. It made no sense. But it was like this weird contest for me. Like, I wanted my scarf to be the longest, and I had, like, seriously, like, an 8-foot scarf. And she was just really sweet, and that was like my first stitch and bitch, and it was when I was 8 years old, and I never forgot how to knit. And I would pick it up, and I'd start projects and stuff, but for some reason, just this last year, and kind of thinking about, like, I'm never good with gift giving, really. I don't like buying things for people in that sense that I don't know how to shop for people, or even registries. Like, I don't know, I just feel like, and a lot of artists will say, especially for my parents, they have, everything they need to live, right? Like, I remember being at Ross Dress for Less looking for stuff during the holidays to give my mom, and it was just like these weird spice racks, and I'm like, she doesn't need any of this. And then Miles was like, well, why don't you make her something, And I was just like, what the hell am I going to make my mom? Like a magazine collage, or, cute little Photoshop picture of me, which, So I decided to pick up my, I went by the knitting store, and I thought, oh, I'm going to buy some gigantic needles, and I'm just going to make lots and lots of scarves. And, so, what's it? Oh, also my friend Colleen, who works at Playgirl, she had given me a scarf for writing for their humor issue. this is before I was shopping last Christmas, and I just thought it was so sweet that she made me this beautiful scarf, and she had a little tag with her name sewn in on the back, and then whenever I wear it, I think of her, you know, and not like I pine and think about Colleen, but you know, it's my Colleen scarf. So I thought that was very sweet that she did it, and I noticed she used a bigger hook, and I told her, please don't make me anything because I know, you know, you're busy, and she's like, oh, with a big hook, this will go by fast. And not saying that she didn't spend time on it, but it definitely was a project that could be done in the evening. So I thought, okay, well, why don't I, you know, teach myself how to crochet on the internet, and maybe I can quickly churn out scarves. So whatever directions I got from the internet were not helpful, and I was just making this weird clumpy thing, and it was really awful, so, you know, I thought maybe I could churn out like 5 scarves for my family, and as a result, I only had one disaster. And so for Christmas, like when my brother opened his present, I was still working on the scarf, and the scarf is, you know, it just looks so awful. So I drew fast food, like a picture, and I wrote and I drew a picture of a scarf. Because basically I wanted him to choose. You can either have In-N-Out gift certificates or you can have a scarf. And he opened it and he went, scarf. And it was just this really funny moment because it was just, everyone was just laughing at how ghetto it was that I drew this thing. He gave me his used textbooks to sell on half.com for Christmas. This is the relationship I have with my brother. Anyway, and so I made this, so my family, my grandmother was there, my cousins were there, and they showed me what I was doing wrong. And so the scarf went from being really ugly to getting really nice looking, because basically I perfected this one stitch. And so I went through the whole skein. It ended up being like it's literally 12-foot long scarf, which my brother refused to wear because it looked like a bra in the middle. It just looked like such a mess. And then the end it looked perfect. But my mom asked if she could have it. And what I think is very special about that scarf is, like, there's stitches from my grandmother and stitches from my cousins, and I think even my mom put a couple stitches in there. So it's kind of like the whole family contributed to this really disgusting scarf, whatever metaphor that is. And so I made a scarf for Ariana that had no mistakes. And I just had a box of scrap yarn that I got from my friend Barry's yard sale, and just found myself watching TV and making scarves. And I don't know at what point it was that I became as obsessed as I did and started buying all this yarn. Oh, I'm trying to think what the tick factor was. I don't remember, but at some point I just went nuts in January, February, and bought so much yarn. I think it's also the whole eBay thing where you kind of get excited when you get a package in the mail, and I was buying these big lots of yarn. Oh, I think at the point that I discovered how to use gigantic hooks. So that was really fun, and I was like, look how fast I can make stuff. So anyway, that's where I'm at now, and I don't think I've bought any presents for people all year. I've just given them stuff I've made, and that's a really nice feeling. I have the little tags with my name, and hopefully I don't have carpal tunnel or I'm not developing it. And that's how I learned to knit and crochet. And if you've listened this far, you really need to get a life and get a hook and get going, you know what I'm saying? Okay, bye.